Me. Next stage in our life is when we do that flicker for a moment, and it's after we have fixed, bathed fact, and all facts fall flat. It's when we have a little bit of a paradigm shift. You know, how many of you know that the sky is blue? The sky is blue. Sky is blue. It is blue all day long. But what if you went to the doctor's office and you're just getting a regular checkup, and he comes in and goes, oh, by the way, you are completely colorblind. Every concept of blue changes, right? You never saw blue. Or what is blue? Is that not blue? I thought I saw blue. It's that paradigm shift. In the flicker of a moment, you wonder what's real. It's that moment you hit in life when you had that one family member that you had worked with over and over and over, and yeah, they had an addiction, and yeah, they struggled, but they would always be there, and they'd always call, and they're in rehab again, and okay, that's fine, and then you get that phone call, and it's actually a police officer. We need you to come down and make an identification. So, paradigm shift. Or it's that you believe that you fell in love with the right person and that you're going to go home with them the rest of your life, and you're all in love and everything, and then they're there and they're actually packing their bags. They've fallen in love with somebody else. They don't love you anymore. Paradigm shift. For a flicker of a moment, you think, is anything worth it? Growing up, I was an incredible athlete. Incredible athlete. I mean, I had Olympic coaches watching me at 14 to play soccer, for professional women's soccer, Olympic soccer at 14. I could hike 14-mile hikes the day before, and then run an 800-meter race the next day and either come in first or second. I probably would have beaten records because I just had the stamina that just kept going. As a freshman in high school, I was varsity volleyball and basketball starter as a freshman. MVP, you name it, I did it. There's no end to my stamina. Senior year in high school, spring of my senior year, I started feeling funny. And didn't understand it. You know, it's just, I felt fatigue before, but just, you know, couldn't run as far as I went, and then I'd have a little bit of bout of pain, and everyone said, oh, Jenness, you're just under stress. You're about to graduate high school. I don't really stress, but I remember June 16, 2002 was Father's Day. And we were all sitting with a bunch of other fathers, and I was looking at my food, and I thought, I can't eat this. Within 24 hours, I lost 10 pounds. My legs turned black, my face turned yellow. I was crippled over in pain. And then another 10 days passed, and I lost another 15 pounds. No one knew what was going on. For 6 months, I was in and out of hospitals. No one could figure it out. They were putting me through all kinds of tests. They couldn't figure it out. Some doctors had the gall to say, well, she's making it up. I'm like, yeah, it's method acting. Look at those black blood. Took my gallbladder out, it had rotted, the liver got congested, nobody knew what was going on. Then it got better, and they were like, okay, well, come on, maybe it's just the gallbladder. But I never felt right. And I healed, and I rebuilt. It took a while to retrain my body how to walk again, retraining how to tolerate stimuli again, because once you go through something that stressful, you have to retrain it, how to talk to people, how to drive again, you have to keep retraining it. And I went off to school. And I was looking at all kids my age, and I saw their stamina, and I went, I don't have that. I lasted 4 months of school, and then spring of that first year, I got a throat infection. It's called the stressor. And within 10 days, my legs turned black, my face turned yellow, I started crippling up in pain, extreme fatigue, weight loss, ended in a wheelchair. For 2 years, I was in and out of hospitals. Would get better, something else would happen, and then I'd go right back down again. It took us 7 years, and I was at death's door. I knew I was at death's door. Because I was starting to read on heaven, it was kind of that, subconscious thing. And a doctor drives 6 hours to my house because I had been sent away by 3 doctors to die. They didn't want the liability of the death of a young woman on their watch. And what had happened was somewhere along the line I had contracted Lyme disease, which is a bacteria. And because my body was so strong, it fought it off. But bacteria will go internal if it's not treated properly. And so what had happened was somewhere along that line, different organs started to shut down. Just boom, boom. Adrenal glands, heart got engaged, liver, pancreas, everything just shut down. And every time, everything would shut down and then they pop off again because I was a strong body, strong constitution. I would heal myself. And the doctor looked at me and said, I don't know if we've caught it in time, but we're going to try. And the thing was, I believed in happy endings. I believed in fairy tales. I believed I was going to get through it. I didn't believe I was going to die there, even though I was kind of subconsciously believing it. And so what I would do, I needed to get my undergrad degree. So while we were going through the treatment over here, I called my voice coach. I had 3 more hours on my undergrad, and I said, I've got to get those 3 more hours. And he would come to my house, and we would sing voice lesson for 20 minutes. And my goal was I was going to sing at that concert at the end of that semester so that I had a goal. I was going to come out of this. I was going to have my happy ending. And I fought, and there were really close days there, but I got there. I went out on that stage in my wheelchair. I sang my song and wheeled right back off. I paid for it. Had about, 2-3 months of rebuilding after that, but I went for it because I believed in happy endings. And then I rebuilt, and finally there was an audition for a show that I really wanted to do, so I went out and auditioned for it. My doctor, that was nuts. Said, Jenness, you just got out of a wheelchair 9 months ago. I was like, I'm not telling them. I want to see if I can do it, and if I get cast, then I will make it happen. Because I believed in fairy tales. I believed I was going to get out of it. I believed I was going to have a happy ending. Sure enough, I was cast. And so what I would do is I would budget my time, I'd budget my energy, and then I'd go out for it. And then I'd budget my time and budget my energy and go out for it. I lost so much hair during that show. There was so much stress. But I believed in happy endings. I believed I was going to get better. I believed I was going to do it. Even though the last show I was so worn out, I had no voice. But I went out there and I sang. And I changed a couple of notes. That's okay. Because I was going to finish the race. I was going to have my happy ending. And then I kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting. I had a couple setbacks and kept fighting. And then I moved to New York City. I didn't tell a soul what I was going through because I was going to come out of it. And then I kept fighting. I would go out for auditions and I'd come back and rest. And go out for more auditions, come back and rest. I had a couple of close calls. My parents had to come and stay with me. And then I'd go back at it because I believed in happy endings. And then I moved to LA. Didn't tell a soul what I was going through. Didn't tell them I was on morphine for pain. Didn't tell them that I was taking a lot of medication just to keep things working because I believed I was going to come out of it. And then finally, as I would go to class and rest after class and go to the next thing and rest after the next thing, I plateaued. And then the unthinkable happened. I saw it coming. It's a little over a year ago. And I saw it in a picture, and I saw how skinny my legs looked, and I went, oh, shoot. 10 days later, black legs, yellow face, weight loss, extreme fatigue. I was flat on my back in my apartment, and nobody knew. And I had no idea where my phone was. And I looked at the ceiling, which was doing this. And I felt all that fight, all those levels I had built back. And I thought for a flicker of a moment, is it worth it? All that fighting for what? To get that far and then just lose it? Do I go home? Do I take disability? And then I thought about my fairy tales. That got me through. And I remembered at the very end of a fairy tale, there's always that climax that happens right before the good guys win. And I had no recourse to believe I was going to get better. I really did, because my body couldn't handle another crash. Not like that. But I chose to believe happy ending. This next song is that dark place that we hit where we have to make a decision whether it was worth it or not. It's from the movie Yentl. She's a young Jewish woman. She and her father have been studying together. It was illegal for her to actually learn how to read and write, let alone study the Torah. And her dad died, and she had a decision to make. Was it all for naught? Or do I choose to believe that what we did was worth it? And so as I sing this song, this is the cry of your heart when you hit that dark place and you're wondering, is it worth it? This is Papa, can you hear me? This is fun! Yes. So now you're wondering what the heck happened to her. It's a little over a year ago. Well, I had to make that choice, right? I had to make a decision that this wasn't the end. And what hit me was if I was getting tagged with this temptation to quit, after all that I had been through for 14 years, guys, sick for 14 years, I had to be close. If I was being tempted to quit, I had to be close. I had to fight. It wasn't like I just got better. I had to fight every day. I had to retrain myself how to walk again, retrain myself how to eat normal food, retrain myself how to leave the apartment again. I had to be assisted down the stairs. I had to retrain myself how to drive again. But what was interesting was all last year, this was a year ago, every week that I would push what would typically take about 3 or 4 months and crashes past only took about a week, 2 to 3 weeks. And I thought that was interesting because this is going really fast. Why is this going so fast? And then I did plateau last summer, so I did go home, and that's when I launched Rising Monarch Productions. That's when I shot my pilot. My pilot has actually won 13 awards at this time, and it still keeps going. And I was actually still rebuilding while we shot the pilot. Nobody knew. I still was in pain. I still suffered with a little fatigue. What was interesting was 3 days before we shot, I took one of my meds, and it made me feel sick. And then I couldn't move for like 3 or 4 hours. And then the next day it was the same kind of deal. I was like, I've got to be able to move because I'm going to be shooting a pilot here in a few days. So I did an experiment. I just didn't take it. That one pill. Just let the thyroid figure it out. And I felt good for the first time on a set. And a little bit later, I kept rebuilding, I kept taking less and less meds. And what happened, recently we did another scan. What had happened was last year, my body had healed to a certain point, but I was always going to be in pain. I was always going to suffer from fatigue, and I'd only be at that point. And it's just like when you break a bone and it heals incorrectly, you have to break it to reset it. What my body did on its own was it rebroke itself and reset itself so that I could heal properly. And I'm in process, almost done. 2 more pills to get off it. Still kind of hurt, still kind of have fatigue, but I am so close. I mean, I have the energy to do something like this. That's like insane. To put something like this on. Because I believed in an impossible dream. I believed that I would have a happy ending. I believed that I was going to come out of it. You don't get over Lyme disease, guys. You don't get over Addison's. You don't get over pancreatitis. You don't get over POTS. You don't get over all these conditions. And that's what I was riddled with in 2009. But I believed in fairy tales. I believed in the impossible dream. And I had to make that choice last year when it was dark. It looked so bad that I was close to my happy ending. And now I'm here. I'm enjoying my happy ending. Little by little, coming out of this. That's why it's Rising Monarch. Because right before the sun breaks, it's the darkest part of night. The stars go down, the moon goes down, and just before that sun breaks, it's the new day. It's dark. So if you're going through a dark time, if you're facing something that it just looks bad, hang on. Because you just may be really close to your new day. This next song, I was really trying to avoid singing it because it's the impossible dream. So cliche. But I really like it. It kind of goes with the theme, so I'm going to sing this over you, and after this we will be dismissed. Thank you so much for coming. Please check our Facebook page, Rising Monarch Productions Concerts, RMPConcerts, Rising Monarch. You can Google that. You can also go to our website where we'll have more information about our next concert. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is Impossible Dream, and we'll be ready.